nature. Oh, the gifts it brings. The clarity, the breath. I am just amazed today. Today is one powerful day, let me tell you. Welcome back to me. I'm back. I've relocated. It might be noisier, which is not ideal, but I really want to be outside, and I really want to share what happened earlier before I forget, because my memory is quite bad. But I won't forget, because it was really special. So this morning I woke up, regular day, as I said, drank my coffee, watched my YouTube, and I stumbled upon a tarot card reading that was for exactly what you need to hear right now. I was drawn to it, so I clicked. That's usually how I go about that. Hear the birds? They like to chat. Chatty little things. Anyway, I was listening to the tarot card video. I was watching it. Connecting. So sorry about my period. I was watching the tarot card video, and it was saying basically, for the pile that I chose, that right now I need to open my heart. I need to get back to nature. I should take time to sit and to think in my own peace, to reconnect with my childlike self, and amongst other things. The thing that I find myself struggling with these days in quarantine is that I'll have these incredibly inspiring days. I'll wake up and it's beautiful out, the sun is out, and I'll go outside and I'll just run and I'll just dance through my backyard, and it's just the best feeling in the world. It's so freeing. So freeing. And I'll go inside and I'll watch a tarot card video. They always get me on the right track, I'm telling you. They really do. It's so refreshing as well as incredible to hear someone speaking so affirmatively about magic and about mystical things and about the power that you hold within yourself. And it's just so, it's so rare in our society. Okay, so I watched the tarot card video and it was saying, take action, take the lead. You need to just go, just do it. And I was like, hell yeah. So I go outside, and it said connect with your childlike energy, which, okay, sorry. My train of thoughts are the worst things ever. Okay, this pattern that I get into these days is that I'll have these really inspirational days where I'm connecting entirely with myself and with the spirit in myself and all around, and I feel connected and one and at peace and exactly where I need to. I feel in tune with everything and very sensitive to my intuition, and I trust it, and it feels so freeing. I get into these great days, but then the next day I'll find myself incredibly distracted the next day, and just not at all clear-minded, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, yesterday I was this spiritual goddess, and today I'm an 18-year-old who is concerned about why no one's texting me and I'm bored, and what do I even do with my day today? You know what I mean? Instead of being inspired by the idea of what can I do with my day today, I have this whole day and the sun is out and it's gorgeous and I'm feeling inspired and clear-minded and the gods are looking over me and everything is the way it's meant to be, And so I go back and forth often in this quarantine, and I think that's only natural. I think that it's not a mystery why that happens. But today I realized the reason why it does happen, and it became far less of a mystery. It's my phone. Like, as simple as that sounds, it is my phone. And I realized because I was consciously making an effort today not to pick my phone up. From the moment I woke up, I saw it lying on my table, next to my bed. And I could have picked it up and seen the text that people sent me, but I picked it up to see what time it was, and I put it right back down, and I went on with my day. And I didn't touch it for the rest of the day until to make this video. And that's the key. Because I realized that yesterday, as soon as I woke up, I picked up my phone, I looked at who texted me, and I brought it into the living room with me. And I was on my YouTube drinking my coffee in the morning, and I had my phone next to me, and I was responding to texts, and they were responding to me, and that just kept happening throughout the day, revolving around my phone, seeing who was messaging me and being concerned. And it made me want to see people. It made me need to be social, because now I had this urge and this nagging feeling of like, why is no one texting me? And like, what am I supposed to do with myself? You know? Which is just an illusion. Which is fantastic, because it shows that we don't have to feel that way every day. So it really made me realize that, oh, it's that simple, that if I want to have a day that feels more connected to myself and the world around me, I just don't pick up my phone from the moment I wake up. Like, it's that simple, really? Ooh. And there goes my paper with my notes. Ooh. I don't want to litter, especially not on camera. That would not be good. I was feeling really inspired today, and this tarot card video just had me all hyped up, and I came outside and I started running around my yard, unleashing my childlike energy, and I was like, you know what? I was dancing, I was sprinting, the sun was out, it felt amazing, and I was just like, I had another realization. The fact is, the reason we don't hold on to our childlike self is because we are shamed by other people out of it. Because when you're acting like a child, obviously it's not the most socially attractive thing. You know, you're supposed to be mature, you're supposed to be responsible, and that is absolutely true, okay? I don't want anyone acting childlike to other people, being foolish, being irresponsible, no. But we are all still children. We all still have the capability to see the world through the eyes of a child, full of wonder, full of hope, full of magic. We have the ability, it is within us. But things like our phones take us immediately out of that reality, because now we have to play this role of whoever knows me on my phone, whoever's texting me, I have to whoever's texting me, I have to respond to them as a dutiful human because they expect it, and I don't want to let them down. I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to feel lonely, but the thing is that I feel so much lonelier when I'm constantly checking my phone, constantly feeling like I have to answer people. And like they have to answer me. Anyway. So I was feeling really inspired. I was dancing around, just being a child, and it felt so good. Let me just say, it felt so good to just dance and run around in my backyard, and to like, it's the most freeing feeling to be a child. Something else I realized, as human beings, it is in our nature to judge. We judge everything. We judge our surroundings, we judge the things we put into our body, we judge the people we speak to, and we judge ourselves. And we can be very harsh on ourselves, And we keep thinking, and we hone in on something, and it can drive us insane. It really can. Especially if you're someone who likes to think, and to think a lot. And I encourage that. If you're someone who likes to think, keep on thinking, man. Keep on doing it. But the thing is, since it is in our nature to judge everything that we come into contact with, just for our survival, purely. I mean, originally, and now it's morphed into social media and being cruel, which is definitely not good. It is in our nature to judge. So, if everyone else is going to judge us, no matter what we do, they're going to judge us whether they like something we're doing or wearing or saying or posting, or whether they dislike something we're wearing or saying or posting. Maybe they think we're weird and they don't like that for some reason. I don't know why it's so shamed to be weird, but it is, and it's kind of really disgusting because if you think about it, being weird is just an expression of yourself, being creative, being interesting, and I guess people just can't really handle that if they don't understand it. You are going to be judged no matter what you do. I'm going to be judged no matter what I do. So, why should we judge ourselves on top of that? Why should we be cruel to ourselves within the ways we think, within the ways we think of ourselves when we see ourselves in a mirror? I discussed that a little bit last time. All right, we get it. If everyone else is going to judge you no matter what, that's just how it is, period. And the more we realize that, the more we realize that we can't control them. We just can't. No matter how normal we act, no matter how normal we dress, no matter what we wear, no matter what we say, what we sound like, what we look like, they're gonna judge. So why shouldn't we be extra kind to ourselves? Why shouldn't we say positive affirmations to ourselves every day? That's something I'm gonna start, and I dare you to start it with me. Every single day, at some point in the day, probably in the morning, because I feel like it would just kind of jumpstart the day, which is also something I did today, which could be why it was such an incredibly beautiful day. I don't know. I'm just saying. Is to say positive things about yourself in the I am, because when you say that, your heart opens up, man. Your heart is like, whoa, it just becomes flooded with all these beautiful endorphins and all these wonderful feelings, and the more you say something, especially out loud, the more you're going to believe it, because that's just how we are as creatures. We trust things once they're said 1,000,000 times. We're like, okay, yeah, why would I argue with that, right? So, if we could be kind to ourselves every single day of our lives, just for a few minutes, by saying a few daily affirmations in the I am strong. I am strong. I am kind, I am compassionate, and I am strong. Yeah, hey, okay, if you say so, right? But I'm serious. Every single day, look at yourself in the mirror, look into those gorgeous eyes, and say, I am kind. I am compassionate. I am smart. I am funny. I am wise. I am intelligent. I am creative. I am curious. I am love. I am love. I am light. Once we start to know our power, once we start to actually understand our capabilities in this life, once we put our phones down, because all it is a limitation on us, and I am the proof, I am telling you right now. And what I'm realizing is that the universe that I so fondly speak of is truly always here. It's truly always listening, and it's always open. And we are capable of speaking out loud to the universe. We are capable of asking for things, asking for guidance, asking for blessings, thanking the universe, thanking God, whatever. You don't have to believe in God. When I say God, I'd like to make that clear. I'm not talking about the biblical God. I'm talking about the spirit of everything. The God of nature, the goddesses of the earth and the sun and the moon and the trees, the spirits in the trees. Even if you don't believe in any of that, because we are seekers here, seekers of the truth, and the truth comes through an open mind and an open heart, in whatever capacity that means to you. It doesn't have to mean God. To seek for more, to open ourselves up to the possibility of more, by doing something simple like not looking at your phone for at least half a day. It doesn't have to be the whole day. I know that that's a struggle. But it's like, there is so much waiting for you. In nature, in your own mind, in your own heart. And if you're too closed off, you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna hear it. You're not gonna have these thoughts that are incredibly enlightening if you're not opening yourself up to the possibility of them. And that possibility can reside in magic, in the belief in magic. It can reside in going on a walk alone in the woods, finding some nice hike, just being in your own solitude in nature is easily, I would say, at least for me, which I would imagine translates to other people, because I'm just a regular person like everyone else, but for some reason, my path has led me to have these thoughts, have these questions, and has led me to seek further truth. So I took my breaths, I felt better, I started to walk, I was kind of going fast, and I slowed myself down. I started walking very slowly, looking around at the trees, looking up, when I felt drawn to go sit on the side of one of the cliffs. There's little rocks you can sit on and stuff. So I was sitting there and I put my feet over and I was looking out at the water and the trees, and I had not a lot on my mind, but some deep things on my mind. There was a death, a suicide of someone, a beautiful, beautiful boy recently, and that was on my mind, as well as other things. And so I was sitting there, and I was in my peace, and I was watching the water flow below. It was big, vast body of water, and I was watching it, and the way it was moving just made me sort of have this thought pop into my mind of the fact that we are all one flowing energy, and it's like a river, the energy flow of life. And there was a beautiful thought in that when someone dies, depending on your beliefs, I sort of see the possibility that when something dies, either their consciousness forms together and would move on supposedly to some other creation of life, or that it's just blown into the wind and blown into this vast river of flowing life. Because life is eternal. Life, as far as we know, is eternal. And the thing is, since we are all one flowing body of life, we are all inherently connected. Connected by some energetic flow, connected by the space-time continuum, whatever. We are all connected. I truly believe that. And so I was sitting there and I was having these thoughts, and I looked over, and there was a man that I had seen earlier, a man, middle-aged man, and I had seen him when I was first walking down the path, and I gave him a wave, and he waved, whatever, hi. And anyway, so now I was sitting on this cliff ledge, just having these really peaceful, deep thoughts. And I looked over, and there he was, and he was on his own little cliff kind of over there. He had his iPad. I guess he was taking photos of the view. I don't know. And I looked over, and he looked over, and we met eyes. I gave him a wave, and he waved back, and it made me smile. It made me happy. Just that simple wave, I don't know. It was nice. Recently, something that's been kind of strengthening within me is my attunement to, I should preface by saying I've always been pretty in tune with the energies around me. The energies of people, the vibes in a room, I'm very in tune with it, and I kind of soak it up. There was something really beautiful about sitting on my own little cliff, being in these thoughts, being in my own peace, feeling incredibly connected to myself and everything around me. And then he was there in his own peace, in his own moment, wherever. I don't know what his life looks like. I don't know what his day looks like. I don't know if he has family, if he's alone, if he just lost someone, or if he's having the best day of his life. I don't know. And we can never know what someone else is experiencing entirely. So I try to keep that in mind in social situations so I can be my best. I like to have a smile on my face when it feels comfortable, because when other people see it, it's an incredibly contagious thing. Incredibly. When you see someone smile, it usually makes you smile, especially if there's no really rhyme or reason for it. And so to spread happiness is one of the best things we can do as people, because happiness translates to, it can just change someone's entire day, and that can change the entire trajectory of their lives. You never know what someone's thinking or going through, so keep that in mind always. I was sitting and I was thinking, and I waved to him and he waved, and it made me happy. He was giving a very calming presence from his distance. I didn't feel stressed, I didn't feel scared of him, there was none of that at all. His energy was totally okay from what I could tell. This man and I sort of had a connection, like a connection on a baseline level of, maybe not a connection, an understanding, that we were both just here, and he was looking at the view and I was looking at the view, and we were both kind of deep in our pensive thought. It genuinely made my heart so full. It was the whole combination of feeling so connected with everything, having taken this time to walk in the solitude of my own body and consciousness in nature, to be looking at this beautiful view and having these incredibly freeing thoughts, and then for this just general, respectful, beautiful human connection moment that occurred. And he stayed there. He was just in his own peace, and I was in my own peace, and we were just looking out, thinking. And it was like we were separate but together in this moment, and it was really, really powerful, I'm telling you. And I was sitting there and I became overwhelmed with gratitude, and I just put my hands in prayer position and I just said, thank you, God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't stop. I just said, thank you for life, thank you for mind, thank you for body, thank you for nature, thank you for life. I kept saying, thank you for life, thank you for connection, thank you for kindness, thank you for love, thank you for humans, thank you for nature, thank you for the trees, thank you for myself, thank you for life, thank you, God. And I became so overwhelmed by this feeling, and I started to cry a little. I wasn't crying. Some tears came down because I was in prayer and I just felt so overwhelmed with this feeling of pure gratitude. At the end, after a few minutes, when my peace was complete and I had had my thoughts and had this beautiful moment within my own experience, and he had had his own moment within his, I'm sure it made him happy. And when I was ready to go, I stood up and I looked over, and then, he looked over and I waved and he smiled, and I left and I went on my way. And as I walked back through the forest to get back to the way I came from, I was running and I was hopping and I was jumping, because, that childlike energy, I was just letting it release. I wasn't holding myself back. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just feeling so free, so open. My heart was so open. And again, I had to stop, and I put my hands in prayer position again, and I was looking up at the trees and I said, thank you, thank you. Thank you for nature, thank you for trees, thank you for life. And it was just, I would say, the most powerful moment that I've had with myself in a while. My heart was so full. My mind was clear and free from worry. And it's like, these lives that we have are so full of possibility, so full of possibility. And everything is just waiting for you. It's just waiting for us. And it's just taking a moment, being in solitude with yourself, being in nature. I am telling you, go be in nature tomorrow, today, whenever. It doesn't matter, any hour of the day or night. Nature will always be there as long as we keep it there. I mean, it's just, don't get me started. Everything you could ever want for happiness, for joy inside, true joy, true fulfillment, true love within your own heart and mind and body and soul is out there. And it's in here, you know? And it's like, I wouldn't have felt drawn to putting my hands in prayer position and saying, thank you, God, if I hadn't heard someone else tell me to do that. A wise man named Mooji Baba. Actually, look him up. Mooji Baba. Moojibaba on YouTube. Incredible. Oh, incredible. This wise teacher. Incredible, you know. And the more you hear people like him, and hopefully like me, you know, hopefully these words I'm saying can inspire you in some way and light some fire in you that will make you crave this wholesome experience, this incredibly fulfilling experience that I had by not looking at my phone for the entirety of the day. And keep in mind, you can go on a walk in the morning, you know, and you can look at your phone when you get back if you want, you know, whatever. I mean, measure it at your own speed, but by not looking at my phone, by watching this inspiring video, because sometimes you just need a little fire lit under your feet, right? To kind of spark that fuel inside of us, because we are kind of lazy as it is, and I would have been lazy today if I had looked at my phone and sat on the couch and done what I did yesterday, but I wasn't. I got up and I did something, and I watched that video, the tarot card video, and it told me to go into nature, to be with myself. And so I said, okay, yeah, let me go on that walk. Let me go do that. I did. Look where we are now. Oh, my heart was so full and I was so at peace. It's very windy. What does it mean? Are the trees speaking to me? Yes. Am I listening? No, right now because I'm talking. We talk too much too. Let me be the first to say. But you know what? It's good though, because my throat chakra needed a little love, so this is actually important. Okay, I just relocated like 4 times because my phone kept dying. But I'm back. So basically, I want to leave you with this quickly before my phone goes. Try with me this daily affirmation situation. Every day, at least once, look in yourself in the mirror and say, I am. And then all these positive things about yourself. Say, I am kind. I am compassionate. I am smart. I am curious. I am worthy. I am lovely. I am creative. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. Because the more you practice that every day, daily affirmations, are you kidding? Reinforcing yourself with such positivity can only be good for you. So let's both try it together, see how it goes. I also want to challenge you to go take a walk in nature, be with yourself, be in thought. Because the more you practice that, the more awake you will become to these thoughts that you have in your mind that reside but are often not heard and not seen because of the distractions that we allow ourselves. Which leads me to my next point. I really challenge you, tomorrow, don't look at your phone. Don't pick your phone up all day, even half the day. Just see how you feel. Without that nagging, consistent feeling of worrying about what others have to say. there is such freedom, such freedom. So I really challenge you to do these things. And lastly, I challenge you to be kind to everyone you encounter, to smile when you feel happy, to not conceal joy. Spreading kindness, showing it on your face will inspire others. It always does. Whenever I'm smiling, whenever someone else is smiling or I hear them laughing. I saw a family today with their little one, and they were laughing and they were going through the woods, and it made me so happy. And I wasn't even happy a moment before. I was content. I was at peace in this beautiful moment. But there is so much beauty within other people, within ourselves, within this world, nature, our own minds. Be kind to each other. We need each other. So be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself these daily affirmations. Make your life better. Don't see this and let it pass you by. Why? So you can stay stagnant? There's no use. Why not be better? Be happier. Be more content. Be more in love with the world and yourself. I send you infinite love and light. And may this video find you in good health and in good peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you can always be updated with my new amazing content, okay? I know you love it. Today was a good day. Today is a good day. Keep that love flowing, all right? All right. Thanks. Bye.